Hey guys, so I'm going to go through a little video here of the pizza problem that I posted on the Google Classroom on Monday. Okay. Now, I hope that if you guys looked at it or you guys tried it, that you noticed that it is basically an area problem. Area. Okay. Now, area is the distance. Yeah, see, I tried to trick you. It's not a distance, it's the space inside the circle. Okay? Area is always space inside of a shape, whatever the space is inside of a shape. Okay? So I have an 18-inch pizza, I have two 12-inch pizzas. We want to know which one's going to give us more pizza. Okay? Our area formula for circle, if we remember, is area equals pi r squared. Okay? Or we also mentioned that it's pi r times r. Okay, so some of you guys, I remember we did it that way also. Okay, so pi times r times r. First, we have a few things we have to identify here. First, pi. Pi is that irrational number. It goes on forever. Okay, but the nice thing is that it rounds very easily. It rounds very easily to 3.14. Okay, I'm giving you guys some time to answer because I know you guys should know this. So pi is 3.14. The r is the radius. Okay. Okay. Now, radius is what? Think about it. Is radius the distance across the circle, or is it half the distance across the circle? Radius is half the distance across the circle. Okay, so the radius is half the distance from the center of the circle to the edge of the circle, or to the outside of the circle. Okay, okay, so that's the radius. So I'm going to identify radius in all my circles here. Right now, I'm just in purple, so I didn't know. So that I remember that this is the radius. Okay, so that's the radius. Okay, but I'm given the diameter. Okay, so in order to get our radius, what do we have to do to the diameter? Diameter is all the way across the circle. So if the radius is from halfway from the middle to the edge, the radius is half the diameter. So all I have to do to find my radius is do diameter divided by 2. Okay? All right? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to identify my radius in my pizzas here. Okay, so 18-inch pizza, the diameter is 18. I know that to find my radius, I need to do diameter divided by 2. 18 divided by 2 gives me a radius of 9. Okay. Here, I'm going to do it right here. 12 divided by 2. Both of these will give me a radius of 6. Okay, so I have a radius of 6 in both my 12-inch pizzas. Now, I just have to apply my formula. I know my radius. I know what number I'm going to use for pi. I just have to plug it into my formula. Okay? So here, I'm going to go ahead and do pi 3.14 times 9. Remember those parentheses with no symbol, that means multiply, times 9 squared. I'm going to square my 9 first. 3.14 times 9 is 81. Right? Okay, so 3.14 times 81 ends up giving me 254.3. Okay, you can put that into your calculator. You can also do it you can also go ahead and do it on the side long multiplication if you want to do it that way also. For time's sake though, I'm giving you the answer 254.3. Okay. Over here I have radius of 6 for my 12-inch pizza. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take my 3.14 times 6 squared. 3.14. 6 times 6 is 36. 3.14 times 36 gives me 113. Okay, now it's obvious, but we have two 12-inch pizzas, right? Okay, so right now you're saying, well, that's clear as day. But we have two 12-inch pizzas, so I have to go ahead and I have to multiply this by 2. Okay, and when I multiply that by 2, I get 226. Okay. One thing that's important to remember, whenever we're doing area, we always have a unit. Okay, that's a square unit. In this case, we're talking about inches. So this is 254.3 inches squared. And this is 200, with my 2 pizzas, it's 226 inches squared. Okay, so when we calculate that all out, we're able to see that obviously the 18-inch pizza gives me much more pizza. Okay, so there's that. Okay, hope that helped. Hope that was some good review for you guys. And I'll see you in the next video. All right, bye. Mr. H Media.